Controllers in this generation are so expensive. At least that's what people say, but I think they're wrong. Hello and welcome back to Gears and Tech. I'm not calling anyone a liar, and I really don't want to say that somebody's wrong, but I think maybe we're thinking about this wrong. And I'd like to explain myself in a way that makes sense and just start the conversation. I have in front of me a large collection of controllers that all work on the PlayStation 5. Now, many of you are panning now through saying, Anton, there's a PlayStation 4 controller there. That doesn't work on the PlayStation 5. Yes, it does. I covered in a different video how to use it. The top secret tip is the P5 Mate as a gateway to make that work. Xbox controller also works. Not very cheap though. Strike Pack Horizon Vista worked for a little bit, stopped working, still works with the P5 Mate. So there's lots of different options, and some of them are more expensive than others. But the common denominator here is, as you get to a more premium controller, the price seems to go up so high. And the number one thing, I'm very aware of some of these costs. I've reviewed controllers that cost $400 US. And I hear everyone saying, $400 US, I can buy an Xbox Series S for $400. And it comes with an Xbox controller. But the more recent conversation that I'm hearing is complaints about the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro. And everybody loves to say, well, it doesn't come with a disk drive. It's a very marginal upgrade. I can build a PC for the same price, $699 US for a PlayStation 5 Pro with no disk drive. What are they thinking? And then we complain at the same time, $300 for a controller? Hex Phantom, starting at $229. Holy crap, that's more than a DualSense Edge, which is $199. It's crazy pricing. Then you start to put things into context. And the main key is, before you shut this video off, game consoles have been sold at a loss forever. They have been subsidized by the manufacturer in the hopes that you will buy peripherals at a markup, at a profit even. So when Sony's selling you a brand new DualSense controller for $75, they're not subsidizing that. $75 makes them money. Scams go. Are you paying too much for Netflix, Spotify, Disney Plus, Crunchyroll, Duolingo, Canva, or Adobe? Gamsgo has you covered with premium shared subscriptions for a fraction of the price directly from the distributor. Yes, Gamsgo is the shared premium experience that you've been looking for that saves a ton of money. I personally use Gamsgo for my Netflix, my Spotify, my Disney Plus, and my Crunchyroll subscriptions, and I have saved tons of money by switching to Gamsgo. This is truly an amazing deal. You don't want to miss it. Click the link down below to grab your deal. When you buy a DualSense Edge for $199, they make money off of the sale of that controller. They'll sell you the system for $500 so that you'll buy the controller for $200. Does that make sense? So then when we start to get into the custom controller field, the thing that we need to keep in mind is this controller, the Hex Phantom, it starts life as a DualSense controller. It is then heavily modified to become the Hex Phantom. Now they probably have access to bulk discounts, but this controller is still a $75 controller. They still need a $75 controller so that they can build this controller. So all of a sudden, $225 for the core gaming controller isn't such a bad price because you add the back paddles, you add the clicky triggers, you add the adjustable height thumbsticks. This has actually a full new custom shell. I don't know if you noticed, but there's no front cover over here like what the DualSense controller has. It's a fully brand new front shell. In fact, if you look at the front depth of the DualSense controller against the Hex Phantom, you'll find that the Phantom is a little bit fatter. Up in this area here is fatter because they added more stuff in here and they needed to make more room. So the back shell and the top shell, all brand new. They make it all in-house so that they can sell you a custom controller that is one of the best controllers on the market right now, but it comes at a cost. You look at guys like Hex Gaming, and I reviewed one of their controllers that were over $400. And I know, I get it, that's a lot of money, but that's a lot of controller. And when we wrongfully compare the price of the Get a Grip gaming controller to an entire system, a subsidized cost system, we get a discrepancy in the true value. The true cost to the manufacturer, to Sony, for a PlayStation 5 digital is probably closer to $500. The true cost for a regular PlayStation 5 disc edition, more like $600. And the PlayStation 5 Pro, because it's a lot newer, it's more like $1,000 to manufacture. Now keep in mind, most electronics manufacturers have a markup of 25 to 50%. When we're looking at PC builds, it's closer to the 15 to 25% because the margins aren't as great. But PCs are not subsidized. The cost is the cost plus the markup. So that is why the cost of a console is so inexpensive when you compare it to PC. And that's why when I opened this video, I said that people are saying, you know, no disk drive. They're not happy about that. Yeah, you can buy a disk drive after and add that in, but it's not as subsidized. So you're paying more closely to the true cost of the disk drive, and Sony knew that we're gonna buy it anyway. So they can recover some of that cost that way. But once you add in all those extras, you're going to be paying closer to $1,000 for your PlayStation 5 Pro anyway, but you're getting the best gaming experience possible. And when everyone says, I can build a gaming PC for that, straight up, no, you can't. If you go and actually build a PC with all of the specs, keep in mind, the PlayStation 5 Pro added 2 terabytes of on-storage memory, whereas the regular PlayStation 5 only had 1 terabyte, actually less than 1 terabyte. So you're doubling the memory, and if you tried to add an extra terabyte of memory into your PlayStation 5, it's gonna cost you over $100 already. So all of a sudden we're in striking range of the true cost of the PS5 Pro to you guys, but we also still could then compare to the price of the controllers and we say, holy crap, controllers are expensive. No, the consoles are just so subsidized that we think that the price is just so close, when really the true cost of the PlayStation 5 should have been closer to about $1,200. So suddenly your $220 controller isn't such a bad deal. Now I know this is like totally speculation and it's still expensive, right? Whoever thought we would be spending $200, $300, $400 on a controller? I know, I get it. And if you're wondering, well, which one would you buy? Anton, you seem to have a lot. You've wasted a ton of money on controllers. Obviously, there's one that you would pick so that we're not wasting our money. Yes, there is. And I covered that in a different video. So if you haven't seen that yet, check that out because I would hate for you to waste your money trying to test all these controllers like I did. Just make the one smart choice and save the rest of your money for that PlayStation 5 Pro. Hey, thanks for watching all the way to the end of this video. We hope you enjoy the content in this video and we'd love to have you come back. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And for those subscribers who are looking for that extra special thing that you can do to support this channel, consider joining our members group. That's where we're building this community, the Gears and Tech community, where we can all enjoy content together. You'll get special perks, which we'd love for you to check out by clicking the link down below. For those of you who are just happy to watch the video, that's okay too. You can check out some of our other content right over here, where we've got some previous videos that have already been uploaded and enjoyed by many of our viewers already. We do hope to see you again. This has been Gears and Tech. Have a great day.